Today I'm going to share with you how to make this triple chocolate pumpkin trifle. It has all the delicious fall flavors of orange and cinnamon, dark chocolate, and pumpkin. So for the cake part of this triple chocolate pumpkin trifle, you're going to need about 4 tablespoons of flax seeds. I have the golden flax here, but you can use any color flax seeds. You're also going to need 3/4 of a cup of water, and this will go together to make your flax egg. You're going to need 3 cups of oat flour, which we'll grind in a coffee grinder, 1 cup of arrowroot flour, 1 cup of cocoa powder, 1 cup of this pure maple sugar, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, I have 2 cups of freshly squeezed organic orange juice with the pulp, and I reserved the peels because we're going to make some candied chocolate dipped orange peels for the top. And you'll just need 1/2 cup of your favorite oil. You can use sunflower oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, whichever is your favorite oil. So the first thing I've done here is take my 4 tablespoons of flax seeds and ground them into a flax meal. So we'll make our flax egg. We'll just go ahead and dump that in some water. And now we'll just let that sit and form a nice gel, which will act as a vegan alternative to eggs. Next, we're going to mix our dry ingredients, and if you're eating gluten-free, get some gluten-free oats. And I'm going to go ahead and grind these into an oat flour. We want 3 cups. Now we want to add 1 cup of arrowroot flour. For a nice rich dark chocolate cake, we're going to use 1 cup of cocoa powder. Now this will make 2 cakes. So now we're going to add 1 cup of this maple sugar. And lastly, for our dry ingredients, we will add in our 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Now we'll mix this well. So now we'll go ahead and whisk together the wet ingredients, which is our 2 cups of orange juice with the pulp, our flax gel. See how well that's gelled up. This is our egg substitute. And our 1/2 cup of oil. And now it's time to add the wet to the dry and mix it all together. I'm going to add the wet in here to the dry. So I'm just making sure all the dry ingredients were incorporated because my hand mixer is not quite long enough. Sometimes a little bit gets left on the bottom there. Now we'll grease our 2 cake pans and get these in the oven. I also like to dust a little bit of cocoa powder in the bottom just to prevent some sticking. I like to use cocoa powder when I'm doing a chocolate cake. Now we'll just pop these into the oven on 355 degrees for 35 minutes. So I already made these candied orange peels yesterday with the orange peels from the oranges that we used to make the juice, and I'll show you how I did that. We're going to melt down this dark chocolate orange bar, which we're going to use to dip our candied orange peels in, and the rest of it will go into the chocolate pudding layer. So now that our chocolate is melted, we're going to dip our candied orange peels in that. I don't think we're going to need to do all of them. Now the rest of this dark chocolate will go into our dark chocolate pudding layer. I'm just going to place the remainder of this dark chocolate orange bar into the pot where I'm going to make my pudding. I'm going to turn the heat on medium and add in 2 cups of water. An additional 2 teaspoons of cocoa powder. We're also going to add a teaspoon of this cinnamon powder. I'm going to add 3 teaspoons of maple sugar. I'm going to give this a stir. I want to incorporate all of that cocoa powder, so I'm going to get a fork. Then next we're going to make a slurry with this organic cornstarch, and the rest of it will be topped up with a cup of water, and that will thicken our pudding. So we've added some water to the cornstarch. We want to mix that through thoroughly, and we'll just wait for this to come to a boil. So now that we have that up to a boil, we're going to start adding in the cornstarch mixture. You want to keep stirring this. Now once it's become nice and thick, we're just going to remove it from the heat and put it in a bowl to cool. So the last ingredient in our triple chocolate pumpkin trifle is this organic pumpkin pie mix. There's nothing we have to do to prepare. It's already pre-made, adds a great holiday fall flavor to any of your desserts, and it contains organic pumpkin puree, organic cane sugar, organic cinnamon, organic nutmeg, organic ginger, organic cloves, and organic allspice. So this is already prepared and we don't have to do anything. Makes this an easy step. So now we have our cakes out of the oven. Okay, so now that our chocolate cakes have cooled and I cut them in half, it's time to assemble our trifle. Now we'll decorate the top with a sprinkle of cinnamon. I have here a couple of orange slices. have our little chocolate candied orange peel. So here it is. This one wasn't so quick and easy to make, but it's absolutely delicious and has all the great fall flavors of pumpkin and cinnamon, dark chocolate and orange, and it will serve a lot of people. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe,